I recently asked my viewers in my Discord what money making methods they use, and in this video I will be covering 5 of them that they submitted. So these money making methods will not involve any farms, so if you came here to look for those farms, I guess you can click away. So these money making methods are mostly used for people who have less than 100 mil. However, if you have more than 100 mil and you feel like using any of these, feel free to. These can be very beneficial, can make up to 20 mil an hour. The last money making method is also the best one, so make sure to stick to the end. Also, make sure to join my Discord. I announce when I post a new video, and I also make giveaways. Also, make sure to like and subscribe, it helps me a lot. Anyway guys, without further ado, let's begin. So this first money making method was suggested by my friend Fantaway, and his method was to order KB1, Sharp 5 diamond swords, and then resell them. The way this money making method works is a lot of people, especially streamers, are too lazy to order their swords. Instead, they just buy them off the auction house. So people actually buy it, and then if you just order and then sell for higher, you can actually make quite a profit. So I'm going to check the prices of a Sharp 5 KB1 sword. If you ignore all those ones, they are around 203k each. And on the auction house, let me just check the auction house. They are around 450k each. So every single sword that you are able to sell, you get 200k. Let's just say you sell like maybe 100 swords in 1 hour. Then you're to get a huge amount of 20 mil. Okay, so it's been around 20 minutes, and for some reason it took this long. Probably because I ordered for too little. But okay, so I ordered 10 swords. Let me just click all of these. And now I'm going to sell this on the auction house each for around 400k. Let's just look at Sharp 5 KB1 swords after like 20 minutes. So they dropped to 380k. However, that still makes a decent amount. I'm going to sell for 380k. Oops, I nearly sold it for 300. So I'm going to sell all of these, and let's just wait for these to finish selling. Okay, so all of them sold, and basically this took the total of around 30 minutes, and every single one made 150k, which means I got around 2 mil in this time. However, right now it's not the most optimal time to sell stuff. Usually around 1 p.m. EST is when Donut SMP players are the most active. So if you sell around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll get the most profits. So I rate this money making method 8 out of 10. Okay, so this next money making method involves ordering the materials to make maps and then selling empty maps in the auction house. Because people constantly use empty maps to get extra map arts, and because map arts are really popular in Donut SMP, you can use this successfully and sell them for a lot of money. So in order to do this, you first have to order the materials to make the maps. So maps are made with some iron. So I'm going to check iron prices actually first. Iron ingots are around 144. So I'm going to order iron for around that much. And then I'm going to order all the other materials for their respective prices. Let me just check them later. So let me just buy 128 iron at 145 per. And then that's 18k. So that's only around 20k worth of iron for I think a decent amount of maps. And you also need to order redstone. So let me just cancel the one I made. I misclicked on that one. And redstone is 160 each, so let me just put this at 170. Let's just do that, and then let's just order 64 redstone, and that's another 10k. So in total we're at 30k right now. And finally, we of course need to order paper. I'm gonna do that, and then we can start crafting. They're around 200 each. Okay, so all the materials cost a total of around 60k. I got all the paper and everything. So now I'll be using the materials that I just ordered, which cost 60k, to craft into maps. So first I must craft compass, and then using the compass and the paper, I will craft empty maps. So this yields a total of 32 empty maps, and I'm going to sell these in the auction house. So let me just check how much they are in the auction house. These maps in the auction house, let me just check. Empty maps, they are, for half a stack, they are around 300k. So assuming I'm able to sell all these maps for around 300k, I would make a decent profit of 240k. However, I don't think anyone will buy that for like a half stack of maps that much. So I'm going to be selling based on the cheapest. So if I just spread these out onto all the two and sell them, then I should make 40 for every stack, and that's 16 times 40 equals 640k, which is actually way more profitable than just selling it in a stack. So I'll be selling these for 40k each, and hopefully they should make a decent amount. So it's been 10 minutes and I sold all these for around 500k in total. I wasn't able to sell it for all 40k, so I just split it out between multiple ones, selling one at a time, and some dude bought it the rest for 160k. So I made a total profits of 450k in just 10 minutes. So if you're willing to do this method, it can make you a decent amount. I rate this a 8.5 out of 10. Okay, so this next one's a little weird. It's coarse fruit mining. So one of you guys said that if you coarse fruit mine in the end, you make a loss. If you use an axe, it can be diamond. I think it's efficiency 5. You can insta break these. And if you check coarse fruit orders, I think they sell for a decent. Yeah, they sell for 20 each. And every single plant you can get a decent amount. And if you check the store for these, they're 100. Because no one actually wants to buy from store. They're just too lazy. They want to buy from orders. So if I were to insta break this, let's just insta break these 2 trees. I just got like 20. That's like $400 in like 1 second. So let me just break all these, and I'm gonna head around breaking these and see how much I can get in 1 minute. Okay, so it's been around a minute, and let me just pick up these last few ones. I got around 5 stacks, and if I sell this to orders, they're 20 each. Let me just put that in the orders, and that's 5k. So 5k in a minute is times 60, that's around 300k an hour. It's decent, but not the best. So I'm gonna rate this a 7.5 out of 10. Okay, so this next money making method is actually quite popular among my viewers. They told me to do duels. Duels is a thing that you can do in Donut SMP, and the idea is you win other people's armor and you sell them for profit. So a single set of armor is 4 pieces, and if you check the price for them, they are around like 250k, 300k, depending on different pieces of armor. So if you assuming it's like around 270k ish, every single piece of armor is around 1.2 mil. And that's actually a pretty good amount for a set. Assuming you can win your duels, you can get 1.2 mil per every duel you win, plus additional things. For example, if they have like a sharp 5 sword, that's an additional like 300k. If they have a shield, that's additional 200k. So you might win more or less. However, you might also have the possibility of blowing up their gear or losing, which in either way you don't earn anything. So it's also semi-skill based. Although the pairing system tries to be as fair as possible, you might still 1v1 people that are much better. And if you're low tier 3 or something, you can probably win way more duels. Okay, so I'm here in the duels area of the spawn, and I'm gonna go into duels. I'm fully geared right now, and let me just enter the duels, and yo, it's a fan, whatever. Okay, so this guy has a 54% win rate. It tries to match you with people with your similar win rates, usually the people in your same tier. However, it can be inaccurate sometimes. As you can see, this guy is high tier 5 and I am high tier 4. So hopefully I win this. I should win this. Okay, pull down. Okay, so that was a really lucky win. Yeah, he just like popped himself. But anyway, this is, I think, 3 pieces of armor, which is around 1 mil. So in like 1 minute, I just won 1 mil. Obviously, if you're better than me, you might have a better win rate. But if you're just like high tier 4 or low tier 4, you can win a good amount of your duels. So that's some free armor. Now I'm going to do another duel to see what I can get. Okay, so this guy has a 67.6 win rate. And let's see what tier he is. I think he's untiered, so I might win, I might lose. So I'm gonna okay, start. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm horrible. Oh wait, oh, he just blew himself up. Wow, free gear. Okay, so that's another like 2 sets, and it's pretty good, I guess. It's another free, like maybe like 500k, 600k. So that's pretty good. Okay, so one last duel, because I kind of won the previous 2 duels from luck. So, okay, so, he has a shield, and let me just, okay, so he's shield spamming. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna use my shield then. If he uses his shield, I'm gonna use my shield. Pull down. Oh my, I just dropped my total. Yo, I just dropped. Okay, wait, let me shield tap him. Yo, I'm lagging. Yo, I'm lagging so badly. Yo, why am I lagging? Wait, am I lagging or not? Yo. Okay. Yo, I'm actually lagging. I'm actually lagging so badly. Oh my gosh. Yo, Oh my, that was so close. Okay, so let me swap arm. Oh, he's a chest plate. And yo, he just called me a hacker, bro. What do you mean? Yo, what? Why did he just call me a hacker? Yo, what? Well, anyway, I got his pickaxe and his armor, and yeah, that's pretty good. That's probably another 700k. So if you like are pretty good at crystal, you can win a lot of these duels, and you can make a lot of profit from this. So yeah, that's how you make money from duels. So overall, I would say duels is a pretty solid money making method. If you're pretty good at crystal, like maybe low tier 3, you can probably win 90% of the duels you enter, which may win you up to like 20 to 30 mil an hour, assuming you don't blow up their gear. So overall, I rate duels 8.7 out of 10. It's pretty solid. Okay, now for the best money making method for beginners to use. So I call this method order flipping. It's basically where you go to orders and you buy some stuff and then you resell it on the auction house. This works because many people are too lazy to order stuff and instead want their stuff delivered immediately. For example, if you just look at hoppers, they are 3k on orders, and on the auction house, hoppers are around 6k or even more if you sell a lot. So if you were to order hoppers and flip them, you would get 3k for every hopper you flip, which is a really solid amount, assuming you can order a lot of hoppers. Obviously, there are better ones than just hoppers, but I'm going to show you some of the better ones. So personally, I would use enchantment books. So if you search a mending book, they are 35k on orders. However, if you go to the auction house mending, it is around 50 to like 70k. So I could probably sell them for 60k, and that means I would make around 30k for every single mending book I order. So let me just order some mending books. They usually get delivered really fast. So mending, you can't just search a mending, it doesn't show up anything. You have to search a book, and it's on the second page top bar right there. And the amount, I'm gonna order maybe 50, yeah, and then just order for 36k per, and they should get delivered really fast. That was 1.8 mil. I should make more than 1.8 mil. Okay, so it's just like been 1 minute, and I got delivered nearly all 50 of my books. I only got like 40 something, but that's fine. So let me just pick up all these books and sell them. So if you just fill your inventory, and now I'm just going to do H mending and check. Okay, so there's 67 per. That means I should be able to sell them for 65k, and then just spam up arrow and then use your scroll wheel, and then look, they get instantly bought. So let me just sell all these. I should be able to get a lot of profit. So it's been around 2 minutes, and I sold all 42 of the ones that I got delivered, and now all of them are being bought. So in total, I made a profit of 1 mil, and because I got this in like 2 minutes, you can maybe get 30 mil an hour, assuming you can continue these rates for the entire hour. This is an insane amount of money, especially for beginners. So if you're a beginner, I highly suggest you use this method. So I'm going to rate this method a 9.5 out of 10. It's very solid, and it's easy to start out with, as there's no setup required. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and have a great day.